This is the No Way Out Podcast, episode 28. Coming to you live right now from the studios of 29 Skyy Entertainment, 99.7 Heat Miami, our iHeartRadio partners, syndicated in partnership with MusicHeidiBeast. Shout out to Psychotron. Episode 29. Why every second matters no matter what. There are a lot of people that are incarcerated right now that will never make it home. They will die in prison. They are facing life. 30 years, 40 years, 50 years. But they know that their life will be behind a wall or in a cave forever. So in that type of position, it's very easy for someone to lose hope, to lose faith, to believe that nothing else matters. They are better off dead. Their family has abandoned them. No one wants to continuously send money. No positive letters. Everything looks bleak. They even feel bleak. They even feel worthless. But that could not be the furthest from the truth. Because even though you are in a situation, whether you are wrongfully accused or whether you are there rightfully because you broke a law and you have now redeemed yourself and you have forgiven yourself and you now want to change your position in this world, your life matters. Every second that you are alive matters. And here's why. Number one, you are unique. Your mind, the way you think, your values, what you believe in, your talents. It doesn't matter what the talent is, whether you can draw, whether you can paint, whether you understand the art of language, whether you're a leader, gifted leader, whether you have the gift of listening, the gift of compassion. There are stories and lessons within your mind, body, and spirit that you can give someone else who is suffering right along with you. Right along with you. And you have to consider that. You see, when everything is physically taken away from you, you have to look at what is not taken away from you. I'm going to say that again. When everything is physically taken away from you, you are in prison. You have to do whatever the rules are. You are within those confinements. I want you to think about what it is that you can do to empower people and, most importantly, empower yourself. Because that is going to keep you alive. Purpose doesn't die because you become incarcerated. Purpose never dies. Purpose just becomes redirected. And you must understand that if you are going to survive the war within your mind. The war within your mind is the most deadliest war to fight because you're fighting yourself. Imagine one version of you is on one side, the other version is on the other side, shooting at each other. You have to pick the right person that you are. When situations are stressful, when situations are seem bleak, when situations literally have no light, that is where you're being tested at the highest level. Right now, there are millions of inmates that are on a 20-year run, a 30-year run, a 40-year run, life, double life. Every day they wake up, what is their purpose? What is their focus? It can't be destruction. It cannot be hurting people. because only hurt people hurt people. It must be prosperity based, empowerment based, love based. Because I want you to think about something very deep. Why should you invest your time and effort into causing more physical or psychological damage to another human because your situation may not change over the next 30 years? The best thing you can do is become the ultimate best version of yourself. Feed your mind with nothing but nutritious, valuable food that's going to make sure that your body grows and all of the psychological and intellectual muscles your body can potentially have, you have. If you reject out of your body things that are toxic, what will your body be? Pure. That's why people are so anal about what they eat. People are anal about that. I don't want to eat that. That goes in my body. I become that. That's bad. Too much fat, too much cholesterol, too much this, too much that. Whatever it may be. I only want to eat clean. Right now, in prison, focus on educating yourself. Focus on understanding the things you've never understood before. Focus on helping people you've never helped before through a letter, through a phone call. Life isn't about money. Life isn't about status, 401ks. Life is about understanding where you are, who you are, and where you need to be. And it doesn't matter if you live in a mansion or you live in a small apartment. If you are working within your purpose, you will be happy. It's only when you are not that you're going to always ask for more. There's something else. Some people, they want to teach. They love education. They are teachers, so they're 40, 50 years in a game. That's what they love, helping to create leaders. Who doesn't remember their favorite teacher? Teachers get closer to the child more than the parent. That's why teachers sometimes have inappropriate relationships with kids. Because they relate to them. They see them in a different light. They are helping them. It's emotional between a teacher and a student. One is teaching, one is learning. They both create feelings. You can become a teacher from prison. The greatest survival act is going on right now behind those walls. The greatest survival act right now is going on behind those walls. Because think about what you have to fight off every day. Think about the temptations, the demons you have to fight in order just to stay alive. It's not a game. It's not a game. That whole situation allows you to surviving in that environment allows you to believe and understand who and what you are. It creates rhinoceros skin because you know how to cook, clean, survive, look at instincts, tactics. You're studying people with all types of walks and backgrounds to make sure your heart keeps beating. Your level of defense is second to none. Your level of hustle is different because you understand what the bottom of society looks like. Because you don't get to pick your inmates. The system does. And they put them wherever. But now is the time for you to stand up. Now is the time for you to believe in yourself at the highest level. Now is the time for you to go all in. The opposite way. Life is never going to give you everything. You must create the things you want. Life never gives you everything. You have to create the life you want. That's what it's going to come down to. Right now, what can you create with your mind, body, and spirit? What can you create? For those who have a family, children, grandchildren, what can you be to them? For those who are trying to run a business, start a label, a record label, or a clothing label, or whatever, I want you to think about what can you do to put yourself in the best position possible. All of that matters. You got to understand that. Now is the time where you put the pieces on the table that can fit your new puzzle. You have a new puzzle. Incarceration changes some of the pieces. Some things may be forever out of reach. Some pieces may be the new piece. Reorganize the board. Put the new pieces in place. Surround yourself with people that really want to help you, because one thing about incarceration, you will know who's riding with you. No matter what. Just like if you go to the hospital, the people that visit you, count on those people. It's no different. But every second counts. Don't waste your time looking to cause havoc in other people's lives because you're in pain. Look to build them up, because pain and suffering does nothing but bury people. And you're getting buried too. Just because you're the guy that's administering the pain doesn't make you valuable. That makes you a punk. That makes you even a bigger loser. The system has beat you down. Now you want to beat down other people who are getting beat down by the same system. Never do that. That means you don't deem yourself valuable. That means you don't believe in who you are anymore. You are special. You have abilities, capacity, dreams, ideals, thoughts that can shape people's lives forever. The advice, the insight, the book you can write. Think about the information you can give the world if you allow yourself to, by not wasting seconds of your life. That's why every second matters, no matter what. Every second matters. You have to understand why that's important. You cannot become unconnected to your belief system. That's why it's so important to create the right belief system. Because right now, your mind is your strongest weapon, not your body. Your mind. Make your mind so strong, so sharp, so indestructible that you could help people through the darkest times of their life and yours, because you are going to need it. Fighting is for a couple of seconds. Raping someone is for a couple of seconds. Taking somebody's food is for a couple of seconds. But is that who you are? Is that what you've become? No matter what you believe in, if you believe in God or you don't, I want you to ask yourself this question. What do you believe in? What is valuable to you? Because if it's what I just mentioned, the violence, the raping, the destructive things, then you're not human. Because every human wants to be treated with respect and dignity. Humans want to help empower people. Putting a smile on your face never comes from destruction. Putting a smile on your face comes from having peace, knowing that your mind and body and spirit is free and your conscience is clean. Right now, the sun is coming up in different parts of the world. Whether you are in Eastern Standard Zone or Central, the sun rises every day and sets every day, no matter what. There's light coming through the top of that prison. Some of y'all can see that light from where your position of your cell is or your cave is. The point is, life goes on. How people will remember you is all that matters. You cannot afford to be remembered as a person who has done nothing but cause destruction. My father always told me, he said, you'll know your reputation more in death than in life. That couldn't be more true. When you die, how many people will be there? How many people will show up? How many people are going to shed a tear? How many people are going to say, if I had one more conversation with him? See, this is why every second matters, no matter what. Every second matters, no matter what. Because in the grand scheme of things, the way people want to remember your legacy is going to be based on the people you help and empower, not the people's lives you destroy. Tookie Williams, famous gang leader, was one of the most notorious ones, caused a lot of havoc, went to prison, was facing death penalty. Snoop Dogg tried to get it reversed, even petitioned Arnold Schwarzenegger, who was the governor of California at the time. He started writing children's books showing that he was helping people. He had turned his life around, but it wasn't enough. Still took his life. That's what Arnold Schwarzenegger and the justice system felt that was justified. Sometimes things you do, no matter how much you turn yourself around, you face a penalty. But even until that, Tookie Williams still wrote books until the day he died, children's books, wanting to help people up to the day he was being executed. Can you imagine that? He will be remembered as that guy. What if he would have never had done any of that? Wrote any books, talked to parents, writing letters to schools, teaching them not to be in gangs, all that stuff. What if he would have never done any of that? All they would have said, he was a notorious gangster who murdered people and caused havoc and violence. Now we're going to remember that about Tookie Williams. And salute to him for changing. Salute to his family. Every second matters, even up until death. Don't let anyone tell you different. Because here on the No Way Out podcast, it was designed for you to believe beyond the bars and beyond the wall and beyond the pain and beyond the screams and beyond the fact that your girlfriend or your wife or baby mama or family hang up the phone on you and won't send you money. You can come here and reconnect with your purpose and peace in life. 29 Skyy Entertainment, Psychotron, MusicHeidiBeast, Radio Pushers, The GOAT. Let's get it.